was born in Siget on September 30th, 1928. I lived with my mother, father, and 3 sisters. We were very religious and studied the Torah. In spring of 1944, the Nazis occupied Hungary, and the Jews of our town were forced into small ghettos. Soon after, we were herded into cattle cars, and after many miserable nights, we arrived in Birkenau. There, my father and I were separated from my mother and sisters. We did not know that these would be our last moments with them. My father and I were brought to the prisoner barracks, where we were stripped, starved, and treated with unimaginable cruelty. We were eventually marched to Buna, another work camp where I was put to work in an electrical factory. We were subject to repeated beatings and humiliation. After I had witnessed the hanging of a small boy in the courtyard, I had no longer had any faith left in humanity or God. In this camp, I underwent an operation for a foot injury. However, while in the infirmary, the Nazis decided to evacuate the camp, and me and my father had to make the decision whether or not to go with them. We chose the wrong one. Along with thousands of other prisoners, we began the death march to another concentration camp, being forced to run more than 50 miles in the snowstorm. Once we arrived, us prisoners were herded into cattle cars once again to begin another deadly journey. Only 12 of us survived, among them my father and I. However, in January of 1945, my father died of intestinal inflammation, grief, and exhaustion. I survived, and my camp was liberated from the American troops. In 1986, I was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for speaking out against repression, violence, and racism. In 2006, I visited Auschwitz with Oprah, which was most likely to be my last visit back.